How are you? Happy Saturday. Isn't it beautiful? It is wonderful out here. But today, my title of my life is, are you in a breakdown or a breakthrough? First of all, let me say, welcome to Angela Speaks, where we are striving to be stronger than our splinters, to become the next best version of ourselves, all that good stuff. But let me say this as well. Sometimes it's really important for us to know that in order to have an undeniable breakthrough, we must have an overwhelming breakdown. I saw that quote this week and I thought, that is so true. An undeniable breakthrough is often the result of an overwhelming breakdown. I know all about the breakdowns. As you know, or you may not know, depending on whether or not you've watched me speak before, I have an anxiety disorder. I have an anxiety disorder. So much so that I would be afraid to come on camera even to speak. I mean, when I try to speak, I pass down in front of a crowd. Yeah, I know all about breakdowns. My breakdown started when I was young in my family, you know. My family dynamics definitely had a breakdown. My dad would splinter dishes all over the place. As a result, I developed an anxiety disorder. And I write about it in my book, Peace Beyond the Splinter. Reclaim your promise of peace and profit from anxiety's grip through prayer. Get your copy. And in it, I'm talking about my personal splinter that I still struggle with at times today. I've had multiple breakdowns. But the one thing I know is that after every breakdown, I definitely get a breakthrough. And a breakthrough looks like the next best version of me. A breakthrough would look like the next best version of you. But let me just say this one thing. God is not in love with the future version of ourselves. He's not in love with the future version of me. He loves me as I am right now in my current state. So simply because I talk a lot about the next best version of you and me doesn't mean I do not accept where I am right now. Because God chose me to go and bear fruit. He chose me because he loves me. I can't persuade him out of choosing me. I can't debate whether or not he's chosen me. He chose me to go bear fruit, and fruit that will last. So I just wanted to let you know that even if you're going through a breakdown right now, it's all right. It's all right. Maybe your finances are breaking down, your family's breaking down, your emotional state is breaking down, like I have experienced on multiple occasions because of the anxiety disorder. But after every breakdown, I've had my breakthrough. You see, I've been depressed. I've been despondent. I've been in despair. I've wished for death as a result of the anxiety disorder. But because I know God chose me, I didn't choose him first. He chose me first. I'm confident that after every breakdown, I'm going to have a breakthrough. So the breakthrough has led to me having a family, finishing college, starting a business, selling to the government, following Jesus wholeheartedly. A breakthrough is what you're after more than likely as well. Because you see, we all go through breakdowns. Whether or not we want to say it publicly is another story. But we all have our breakdowns, and it is perfectly okay. The point is that when you go through that breakdown, don't be too, and I know I don't want to be a hypocrite and say don't be in a rush to get out of it, because God knows when I'm going through my breakdowns, I want to get out of it yesterday. But what I've learned is that if I'm willing to go through it, I will have an undeniable breakdown. A breakthrough rather, undeniable breakthrough. So, but what I've learned is that each time I practice self-care, my self-care helps me to get out of the breakdown. Each time I would do that, I would get out of it. What that means, I go get treatment. What that means, I start exercising. I start, taking time out to spend time with myself. I start to feel better. And it finally dawned on me that I can't wait for self-care to be an event for me to take care of myself, right? I have to make it a consistent thing, a part of my daily routine, which is what I practice now. So, like I said, we all have breakdowns, but how are you working on you? How are you working for your next breakthrough? Because even though I know that God is in love with me right now, He also wants me to become the next best version of myself. Because that's what He created me to be, to go from glory to glory. And in our society, most of us don't want to talk about having a breakdown. I mean, we shy away from that term. It doesn't sound good. But the truth is, if you're living during this period of COVID-19, you're probably having a breakdown. Breakdown in your family, a breakdown in your finances, a breakdown in your relationships, breakdown with your parenting. The point is for you to remember that you can go from an overwhelming breakdown to an undeniable breakthrough. Isn't that encouraging? That encourages me today. I was reading my Bible, actually it was a devotional this morning, and they were talking about the fact that God chose me, that I can't not be chosen because He already chose me to be the best version of myself. I just got to keep making sure that I'm an active part of the process of growing and changing and becoming. This Wednesday at 10 a.m., we're going to be talking about family breakdown to breakthrough. I want to invite you to join us on this page, Angie Speaks, or in our group, Angie Speaks Stronger Than Splinters. And, if you have any questions about where you are right now, whether or not you're going through a breakdown, or maybe you've had a breakthrough and you want to share your story or ask some questions beforehand, we'll give you a shout out in the live. But today I just want to come to you and just encourage you to assess whether or not you are in a breakdown or a breakthrough. And if you're in a breakdown, so what? Your breakthrough is coming. Mine certainly did. Like I said, today I'm sitting under this tree. I'm grateful for growth and giving birth to the next version of myself. I'm all about giving birth to new possibilities. How about you? Your breakdown can lead you to giving birth to new possibilities that you didn't even think existed for you, right? This morning I got up and I went jumping rope because I'm busy taking care of me. What are you doing to take care of you physically, emotionally? You know what I mean? Mentally, spiritually. What are you doing? It's such an important part of the breakthrough that you're wanting. That's all I have to share with you today. To remember that in order to have an undeniable breakthrough, sometimes you need an overwhelming breakdown. Thank you for joining me in this session of Angie Speaks, and go ahead and continue to strive to be stronger than your splinter. Have a better than terrific day. Bye-bye.